Good morning, everybody. Mark Finan here in the home weather office on the 25th day of September 2024. This is the morning briefing. Coming to you from the home weather office as I look out the window, it's another beautiful morning. Temperatures warm still again this morning. Yesterday, temperatures top 100 degrees again in the valley. Downtown Sacramento hitting 101. 1 degree shy of the record high. Kind of gives you an idea of where we are now, that record highs are around that 100, 102 range for the next week or so. And we are going to be cooler today, so we'll talk about that, but we'll also talk about the fact that the cool down isn't going to last all that long, and I'll give you the latest on now Hurricane Helene. So let's start with what is happening this morning. With the sun coming up so much later right now, we're just barely getting some sunlight onto the coast. But as you can see here during the overnight hours, there is a nice healthy marine layer along the coast. And here we also have a little weather system getting ready to pass by to the north. So as that goes by, it helps to encourage that southwesterly flow. The marine layer is deeper than yesterday. So with that, we should see temperatures today run as much as 10 degrees cooler than what we saw yesterday. So that's the satellite view of the marine layer. Let me show you the way it looks on the forward profiler. And if you have not seen this before, so this is a 24-hour representation of the marine layer. This is 24 hours ago. This is the current. And as you can see, it's now up to 2,000 feet deep. This is warmer air, so much warmer aloft yesterday. The marine layer much shallower. It really built up during the afternoon hours yesterday. And this is down at Fort Ord. So yeah, this is also going to get up toward the Bay Area and maybe up toward Bodega Bay. So you're starting to see the marine layer build. So you have nice cool air here. And you combine that with a developing onshore breeze, and you're going to have yourself a cooler day. This is the way the wind looks from the models around the early afternoon. Onshore breeze here in Solano County, with moderate winds farther inland. But as we go ahead just another couple of hours, this is around 11 o'clock this morning, but by 5 o'clock you can see that there is a much better breeze coming through, helping to cool things off. Also getting windy once again on the east side of the Sierra today. That's more as a result of that weather system that's getting ready to pass by to our north. So for those of you in Lassen County, or even for those of you on the eastern side of the Sierra from Reno down through Carson City, Dayton Valley, places like that, it will once again be a windy afternoon. So that's this afternoon at 5 o'clock, and that's why temperatures today should run as much as 10 degrees lower than yesterday. So that's the 5 o'clock version of today. Let me show you 5 o'clock tomorrow. Yeah, the wind goes away. Hardly any wind at all. So while temperatures will bounce back again on Thursday and Friday, they should be staying under 100 degrees, but it will still be quite a bit warmer. So today, the coolest day we are going to see, and after that, temperatures will warm up once again. So let's take a look at the big picture here with the 500 millibar chart. Here is that little trough going by and helps to keep the ridge farther to the east. But as that goes by, then all of a sudden, we start to lose any sort of an onshore flow. Ridging comes back, and then we have this little odd feature that we'll have to see how the models treat it. This little low that spins around. The models really aren't indicating that's going to have much influence on us, but I'm not quite sure what that's going to do. This is getting into the day Saturday, so we will likely see warmer weather on Thursday, Friday, maybe into Saturday, and then after that, temperatures will come down slightly. However, some of the models are indicating that once we get this pattern back, and this is going to be back around the 1st and 2nd. Yeah, this is the 1st of October, that this sort of flow, once again, will be an offshore flow, which we often get at this time of year, and that could once again get some very warm weather in here for the early and middle part of next week. We'll have to see how that pans out. One other thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to go back to the beginning, and I'll show you how the hurricane looks here at the 500 millibar chart. Here it is here. And it's just kind of interesting to see the way these things develop, not only at the surface, but also aloft. I'll go ahead to the time of about landfall. So this is getting into Thursday evening. There is the hurricane, but there's also a low here, and that low will just kind of scoop this thing up and send it into the southeast. As you can see here, it's kind of an interesting pattern here. So this low and the flow around it basically will be the steering currents for that hurricane. So let's take a look at the hurricane a little bit more. Here's how it looks this morning on the satellite. As you can see, very well formed here, that classic pattern Here's that developing low in the southeast. So that's what's going to be the steering currents for this, and also help to give it much more forward momentum. So this isn't going to be one of those hurricanes that just kind of comes inland and sits around and produces a lot of rain. I mean, it will produce a lot of rain, but it's not like it's going to rain for days and days and days. Instead, it will have quite a bit of forward progress. So this is the latest from the Hurricane Center. Right now, a Category 1 hurricane, becoming a Category 3 by the time we get to Thursday afternoon, and then likely making landfall as a Category 2 or 3, something like that. But we'll see what the intensity does. Hurricanes in this area have been known to intensify rather rapidly. So what's more important here is that the path is very consistent going into the Big Bend area and then dissipating as it curves around that low, spreading rain into areas like Tennessee and Kentucky, as well as Georgia. So that's what's going to happen. That hurricane likely making landfall by the time we get into the day on Thursday. So tomorrow afternoon and evening. And of course, that'll be making a lot of national news. But for us, a cooler day today with a refreshing Delta breeze, helping to keep temperatures under 100 degrees that we weren't able to do yesterday. But it does look as though while the end of the week and the weekend will be warmer, we should be staying under 100. But keep in mind that the average daytime high right now is around 87, 88 degrees, right in that range. And we're going to be well above that once we get past the day today. So no sign of real fall weather just yet. But at this time of year, it can't be too far away. That's everything I've got for you this morning. Make it a great day. I'll talk with you later.